Epic Games is currently generating roughly $6 billion in annual revenue. Yet, despite that massive top-line figure, the company just fired over 1,000 employees. CEO Tim Sweeney admitted that Epic is simply spending significantly more money than it brings in. Publicly, the company looks like a juggernaut. They recently secured a $1.5 billion investment from Disney and hit record-breaking concurrent player counts during events like Fortnite OG. But the internal reality is a different story. Epic's private market valuation has collapsed from its 2022 peak of $31.5 billion down to an estimated $22.5 billion in 2024, a nearly 30% correction in just 2 years. To keep the company solvent, Tim Sweeney has issued a mandate to slash $500 million in operating costs, hitting everything from contracting and marketing to closing open roles. $6 billion in revenue doesn't matter when your margins are under siege. To understand how a cultural phenomenon reached this point, we have to look past the sales figures and audit where the money is actually going. The largest leak in the balance sheet began with Project Liberty. This was a pre-planned strategy to intentionally breach Apple and Google's terms of service, all to avoid paying the standard 30%. In effect, Epic spent $1 billion and lost 4 years of mobile growth to achieve a margin improvement of exactly 3%. To keep players engaged while the mobile ban throttled growth, Epic pivoted. It moved away from producing their own high-margin content and began outsourcing development to the players themselves. Under Creator Economy 2.0, Epic committed 40% of net revenue to independent creators, paying out $722 million by late 2025. Now, to counter falling engagement, they're giving creators 100% of V-Bucks value through 2026, absorbing all hosting costs as a loss. By outsourcing content, Epic has transformed from a game studio into a platform that must effectively subsidize its own workforce to keep players from leaving. This liquidity crisis is why that $1.5 billion investment from Disney looks less like a collaboration and more like a necessary bailout. The partnership includes a reported licensing tax on the ecosystem. For major franchises like Star Wars, reports indicate that creators must forfeit 20% of their engagement payout directly to Disney as a licensing fee. Epic absorbs the technical risk and the hosting costs, while Disney extracts a significant portion of the revenue with virtually zero operational overhead. The Disney partnership provides content, but it also acts as a permanent siphon on the very platform Epic went into debt to build. Epic Games has transitioned from an agile, hyper-profitable developer into a low-margin digital utility. Stripping away the vibrant visuals of Fortnite reveals a stark, gray structural grid that is becoming increasingly expensive to maintain. The cumulative toll of Tim Sweeney's legal crusade is a lower valuation, over 1,000 lost jobs, and profit margins that have been structurally eroded. In the modern digital economy, the entity that controls the distribution platform usually dictates the profit. Attempting to fight that reality has cost Epic its financial sovereignty. Was Sweeney's gamble to open up the mobile market worth the multi-billion-dollar cost? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more financial investigations from ViralScope.